You are season one OG and an original on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the season, I think, for everybody. I think everybody, this is like the harvest, the reaping
Yeah.
season.
That's true.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I love that. The reaping season.
What motivated your wellness journey to make you want to get to that point?
That my son at the time was going to get married. I need to be around. My life is not over.
You were with your ex-husband, Eric Snow. Did you observe any red flags?
This is ridiculous.
DeShawn, I'm Mitch. I'm the creator of Bro Chat, and these are my bros, and we're so excited to have you on Bro Chat.
I'm so
Yes.
excited to be here. It's nice to meet you guys.
I'm Victor. I'm from London, actually. So love
Hi,
from the
Victor.
UK. And I'm a big fan. Atlanta's my favorite. And I've watched you season one. So I'm so happy to be here with you.
Same.
Yes. And I'm Damien, and I am from I'm neighbor right next door in Alabama. I'm from Huntsville.
Okay.
So yes, ma'am.
Well,
Uh,
DeShawn, this is a full circle moment. You are season one OG and an original on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we want to
Yes.
start though by congratulating you on making the cover edition of Motivate magazine.
Thank you.
What was that
Yes.
experience
Yes.
like
Well
being on the
done.
cover of a magazine?
I am so I was so excited. It doesn't drop until the end of May, so I haven't actually seen it. I saw the cover; they did an unveiling. It was a phenomenal opportunity and honor. They had a magazine launch that I got to attend and do a speech at. The photo shoot was amazing, so I'm excited for it to come out. They did a 4-page feature as well, so I'm
Yeah, you
excited.
look
Okay.
stunning at the launch party as well. I saw the video on
Thank you.
Instagram.
Thank
You
you.
look so great. And I recently saw you as well, looking fabulous. You've been looking fabulous lately. And everyone's talking about it on the Nene
You-
Leakes show, where you were
Yes.
catching up with Nene Leakes.
Yes,
What was it like reuniting? That
it
was
was
so amazing.
so much fun. It was like two girls just catching up. I felt so comfortable with her. I was excited when she asked me to be a part of it, and and I opened up a little bit more than I shared ever
Yeah.
publicly. But she made me feel like we were just in a living room talking. So I had a great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. You guys just kind of picked up right where you left off, huh?
Absolutely. I hadn't seen her in a while, but we communicate DM and text. So it was great to see her. I'm so happy for her. I think she's in her element. I love the
Yeah.
show. I hope that it gets picked up and on national TV. But I'm really happy for her because I know, this is the season, I think, for everybody. I think everybody, this is like
Yes.
the harvest, the reaping
Yeah.
season.
That's true.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love that. The reaping season, honey.
Yeah. It's time to
Um,
reap.
so Deshaun, people were really excited to see you with Nene, of course, and we also have seen this transformation with you in your wellness journey. So in the last 13 months, you've talked about how you've lost 50 pounds, right? In the last
Yes.
13 months.
Yeah.
What
About a year and a half
motivated
now.
Okay. What motivated your wellness journey to make you want to get to that point?
Well, I was probably at the highest weight I've ever been, and then my numbers were just through the roof. I had my annual physical, and my cholesterol was high, my blood pressure was high. I had an abnormal EKG, which ended up turning out fine. I was pre-diabetic, so I was like, I need to get myself together because this is ridiculous. And I was at a time, I've been in this messy middle for so long, where I was like, look, enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Let me get my stuff together. And so I knew that my son at the time was going to get married. I was like, I know I'm going to have grandkids. I need to be around. My life is not over. And so then that's what made me go hard and really stick to it. Because obviously I've been up and down in my weight. But this time my motivation was different. My why was different. And so I just went on this really intense program, calorie deficit, working out with a trainer and all of that. So it took about a year and a half. And so where I am now, I'm just trying to uh, strengthen my core and I'm really tight. I'm just trying to get myself together because I'm not an old lady. I'm 51, but I need to get it together.
Right. Hey, 50 is not what 50 was
Not at
20,
all.
30
50's
years
the
ago.
new 30.
There we go. Going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta a little bit. I want to go
Mm-hmm.
back to season one, the freshman season. Who all I'm always interested to know when these shows get started,
Mm-hmm.
who all that you knew. Were y'all thrown together or did you have organic, authentic relationships with these women?
So I knew of Nene. We had a lot of mutual friends because they are dragons in real estate. I had my own real estate brokerage at the time, not a broker, but a real estate agent that owned the brokerage. And so that was my introduction. And so while filming, I was really close with Nene. I knew of Sheree, um, and I met Lisa and Kim. So I didn't know them prior.
You didn't know them like that, like that. So y'all were kind of thrown together in a way.
Yeah, but I thought it
Yeah.
was a good mix.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it
Well,
worked.
because
Yeah,
DeShawn brought the
definitely.
balance. And I think that every
Yes.
group needs someone that's going to bring the balance to the show. Like you were the original balance. I thought that like on previous seasons, they've always made sure to bring someone in that could bring the balance. There's a lot of high highs and a lot of low lows on these shows. And you need folks like DeShawn. I think that with when you left first season, Candy Burris came in and she was a great person to join in afterwards. But when we first met you on season one, you were with your ex-husband, Eric Snow, and we watched that whole relationship play out on television. But then you talked about the demise of the marriage on the Nene Leakes show. Looking back, did you observe any red flags? Looking back, were there any red flags?
No. No, I thought, we had been together since freshman year in college. So we were together forever. And everything was, I mean, obviously it wasn't the perfect marriage, but I didn't see anything to make me think that it was going to end, a couple years later.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Right.
yeah.
Because
And
your
Interesting.
drama happened on the show after the first season. That's when your big drama really
Yeah.
popped
Yes.
up. Thinking about it, do you think you would have been comfortable to share that on season two if you were
No, that's
on?
well. So I don't know what I would have done, but I know, like I was sharing with on the Nene show, the person I was back then, I think I would have been so concerned with what it looked like that I would have been
mhm,
trying to balance everything that I was going through and try to make it look decent. So I'd imagine it would have been just a really hot mess because it was a hot mess without that added pressure. So I can only imagine it would have been like 100 times worse. So I'm
mm,
happy
Speaking
that it didn't play out.
yeah.
speaking on that, do you have any regrets from your time back on season one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
No, I have no regrets. Obviously
Period.
I learned a lot. And we didn't go in with a blueprint. We didn't know what we were doing. But we were
Right.
all excited for the opportunity. We were fans. My ex-husband and I were fans of the OC, and we thought, okay, well, this might be a good something fun. He was very supportive of it. I had now a lot of stuff they didn't show. Like I had a foundation helping teenage girls. I had programs in the Atlanta public schools and at the YMCA. I had a real estate brokerage, a luxury boutique real estate brokerage, but they didn't really highlight that. So,
Of course not.
yeah, yeah. But that was our intention. We was like, oh, that would be great publicity and this and that. I was really excited.
So you also mentioned on the Nene Leakes show that the Real Housewives of Atlanta has changed.
Yeah.
It's different. In your eyes, what do you think's the biggest difference between when you were on and filming and what you see now?
I think it's more, what's the word? Performative, maybe. I don't know. It's just, I think it's
Produced.
definitely entertaining. I think people need to go into it
Mm.
knowing that, this is just for entertainment. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm entertained. I get it. Like, on all the shows, I pretty much watch a lot of the shows, and if it's boring, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch the dramas. I want to take my mind off of my stuff and be entertained. And so I
Right.
totally get all the stuff when people are saying I was boring and this and that. So I understand. But yeah,
I loved you. I didn't think you were boring.
thank you.
I
I didn't
didn't
think I
think
was
you were
boring,
boring.
but but it I think it's entertaining. I think I think when you go in with that lens, I don't know that ours was so entertaining like that. It was real. I'm not saying that
It
they're
was
not
real.
real, but it was just
Mm.
it was different.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, as I've said, the show's changed, but we have seen you on recent seasons making an appearance, filming with Sheree, Lisa Wu, the other woman. It seems like all of you, and now we've seen you with Nene. So we've seen you since season one on camera with all
Oh,
of the
and with
wives
Carlos
from
King
season one. So
on
it
that
seems like
nightcap.
you,
Yep.
Yeah,
and
on
with
the
Carlos
on his
King.
show. Yep, Nightcap.
Yep.
Absolutely. So you've definitely have kept in good graces, it seems like, with most people.
Yeah.
Now in 2025, I'm curious to know, do you still speak to Kim Zolciak? And what's your take on everything happening with her foreclosure, her divorce, her lawsuits? Have you spoken to her recently amidst that?
We would connect via social media, through the DMs. I it was just unfortunate that everything had to play out in the public. Because again, when you're going through stuff like that, it's enough on its own. But to have everything play out in the public arena, and then a lot of the stuff can be fabricated too. But I think
Right.
she did a good job of just not responding to everything, because you can't worry about that stuff. So I mean, my prayer has always been that she just gets to a happy place and she finds peace. And I know it's very hard for her. I can imagine. We talked a little, but nothing like in depth or anything like that.
Right. That makes sense. Okay. Well, DeShawn, we want to get your unfiltered opinion
Okay.
on some things because here, here's the thing. We've missed out on so many great, what could have been some great confessionals from you since we only got you in one season. So we
Yeah.
want to do a little game called DeShawn Side.
Okay.
And pretty much you're gonna give your take, your side on some of the biggest Real Housewives of Atlanta headlines over the past 16 seasons, okay?
Okay.
So tell us, whose side were you on when it came to this whole Kenya Moore and Brit Eady thing that just happened with the revenge PORN?
Yes. I think they both were wrong. I mean, Kenya has accepted accountability. She realized that she went too far. But Britt, I don't know that didn't she
The
start it with
pistol.
saying the pistol in the whip?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
unnecessary. But I mean, I get it. I get the pressure of having to bring it.
Right,
So I don't know.
right,
So I'm not really on the side. I just feel like Kenya shouldn't have been the only one having
Oh,
Reprimanded.
right.
like
That
if
makes
Kenya
sense.
had to leave, you think that Brit should have also had some consequence for for the pistol?
yes. Yeah, I think it.
Mm.
I mean, because it wasn't she. She didn't just do it off the blue. I'm not saying it was right. I don't agree with what she did, but I also see that she took accountability for it as well.
Yeah,
So we also see three new housewives, one of which has something in common with you because they
Oh yeah.
are, as a former basketball wife, Angela Oakley's there, who Charles Oakley's obviously in the NBA. And I'm wondering, if you're watching this season, whose side are you on between Porsha and Angela Oakley, when Porsha, in response to Angela bringing Drew on the trip, made a remark that she should sexually engage with Charles. Who do you think stepped out more out of line in that situation?
Well, I mean, obviously, and I think she. I don't know what she said about it. I don't know if she took accountability or apologized. I don't.
Mm.
But I mean, obviously that wasn't right. But I think she said something like that's not what she meant, something like that.
Mm.
But obviously, no one wants to hear that, and so
right. Who wants to hear I'm going to sleep with
Yeah,
your
Yeah,
husband?
mm,
I
No.
think
I
Portia said that
know.
she
yeah,
was
Exactly.
joking and there was a joke and it was funny, but I don't
or
think
something.
Angela took that
Girl.
as a
But I mean,
joke.
I wouldn't have joked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
no.
at all. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't think Portia's a comedian of Atlanta, unfortunately. So maybe she can put that aside, honey.
So listen, this is a big one,
I don't know.
Deshawn. So whose side were you on
Okay.
when it came to Phaedra and Candy? Because we know that Phaedra's back in that explosive season 9 reunion where it was revealed that Phaedra was the one that initiated the drug and rape rumor about Candy. Whose side were you on in that situation? Yeah.
Candies, obviously. I
Yeah.
don't. I didn't
Yeah.
really watch that season, but I know a little bit about it, and so no, that's. I mean, I mean, but Candy is so smart. You see how she switched that up and she made
Sh-
it, and she made money from it. So,
Right.
but no, that could have been very detrimental to her business and to her brand. So
Yeah.
obviously, I'm on
Yes.
Candy's side.
Yeah, and I think Phaedra even tried to throw Carlos under the bus and said that, oh, he told me to say this,
Oh
but
wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah, but I don't know if I believe that or not. Um, let's see
So,
where.
yeah.
Would you ever go ahead?
So when it comes
I
to,
think I went with Vic's
yeah,
question. My
so
bad.
No,
would you
you can go
return
for it.
to
Yeah.
Atlanta as a housewife, DeShawn? Would you be interested in coming back as a housewife?
Yeah.
Well, I would never say never. I don't know that I would fit in. Maybe as a
Oh no, you'd be
friend,
great.
maybe as a friend, but I mean, the franchise itself, I love, and it's definitely a
Mm.
blessing being a part of it. So I would
Mhm.
never say never, and I am trying to get back out there. I've been
Oh.
pitching different shows, so I do desire to
Well,
be
there's a
back on
lot of
TV.
spin-offs
Wow.
Yes,
going on. For one of
Okay.
the spin-offs is Ultimate Girls Trip,
yes,
OGs. That would be incredible. Or I know that when you were
Mm.
on the nightcap with Carlos, Carlos did mention about Love and Marriage Atlanta, and he mentioned that to the cast. Would you be open to either one of those, Ultimate
Yes.
Girls Trip or a Love and Marriage Atlanta?
definitely Ultimate Girls Trip, for sure. Love and Marriage. I mean, I'm not married, so I don't know that I. I mean, although I know a
Right.
lot of those
Just some
girls are not
singles, some
married,
singles,
so
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it could still work.
yeah, yeah. But
Hmm.
definitely like ultimate. I mean, a few of us we always talk. I mean, we definitely need to all get back together and do something because I know like everyone loves to see it when we're together doing different things, and I have been doing some different things with a few of them. So, um, hopefully we can work something like that out.
I would love to see it. That would
Yeah,
be
it
fantastic.
would
Yeah,
be fun
Love
because
to
would.
we're
see the
all
OGs
different
back.
now. We're all different. We've all
Yeah.
evolved and grown. We went through some things. I mean, I think our disposition, everything is just different about us now. So I think it would be a vibe for sure.
I think the growth in what you had from season one and where you were then in terms of, confidence, where you were in life to where you are now is so different. I
Hmm.
think it would be so inspiring for people to see you back on the
For
Bravo
sure.
network, see your story, see your journey physically, emotionally, mentally, all the different ways. And I love seeing those journeys when you see people throughout reality TV.
Yeah.
So I would love to see
Definitely.
it.
Thank you. Yeah, I would love to be back out there. I'm totally a different person now. Life has thrown me some curveballs, but I'm still standing and I am on the other side of it. And
You're
I'm
thriving.
thriving. Thank you. Because,
Yes,
it's one thing surviving. So you go from barely surviving to surviving and then thriving. So for so
Thriving.
long,
exactly.
I've been just surviving. And so this year I can honestly say
Mm,
I'm thriving. So
yes.
I'm in the best shape I've ever been. I'm my best self, just generally. This is like, I'm really happy.
Be
It's one
happy.
thing to act happy, it's another thing to be happy. And
That
so
part.
I am
Exactly.
really, really happy. So I'm excited about everything that's coming my way. And I'm open to it. Because before, I wasn't as open. Um, because I wanted things to look a certain way, this and that. And if it wasn't that, I didn't want to do it. But now I've just like surrendered and like it is what it is. I can't keep waiting for the perfect thing. They're gonna love me or hate me, and they love me because we all can relate. We all have drama. We all have pain. We all have struggles. We all have insecurities. It's
Yeah.
been
It's
great.
about taking the frame away from that picture. So instead
Absolutely,
of framing everything a certain way, it's about saying, this is who I am without the frame, without the angle. This is who I am. And I love
absolutely.
that authenticity from you.
And it's
Mhm.
very powerful and it's very free.
You recently announced your new podcast,
10
10
steps
Steps
ahead.
Ahead.
10 steps
What
ahead.
inspired you to
Thank you.
start
Yes,
your
10 steps
podcast,
ahead.
10 Steps
Yes.
Ahead?
Well, this year, like I said, I've been on this mission of just living my life out loud, like getting out of my head, because
Mm.
I'm always in my head, and I'm always talk myself out of situations. So I said, I'm gonna be spontaneous. I'm gonna say yes. I'm just gonna be open to everything. So my co-host Guido, we're like really good friends, and we talk all the time, and have really great conversations. And one day I was like, we should just go to the studio and just try it out to see how it would be. But it was great. I think we were like 8 episodes in, and it's a journey, so we've gotten a lot better. But I'm so comfortable with him. He's very unfiltered, and so he pulls this stuff out of me because so my family and friends call me Shawnee, and everyone knows me as DeShawn.
Ah.
So there's DeShawn who's prim and proper, and then there's Shani, who's, and so he pulls Shani out. So I think people
Mm.
are going to really enjoy the episodes because there is a different side of me that they see. I'm more open,
Yeah.
even if I'm hesitant. Like he'll pull it out of me.
So what can we expect, like the topics, like week to week, and the things that you're talking about?
Yeah. So we just did one about starting over. Well, I say starting again because you're never really starting over because you started from a wealth of experience. So different triggers and different strategies on how to really start again because it could be very scary with the uncertainties and all of that. So that's the one we just filmed on Monday. And then we have another one this weekend or this next Monday. Now we're starting to interview guests.
Ooh,
And so we got a
okay.
pretty big guest and I'm excited.
That
Yeah.
name, 10 steps ahead.
Wow.
It's so
Okay.
simple and easy to remember, but it means so much. What inspired the name 10 steps ahead?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we
That's a
went
good
through
question.
various names, and so we came with that one. Actually, Skeeto came up with it because with life, it's like playing chess, not checkers. So when things happen, you have to strategically
Yes.
take those challenges so that you can move on. And so you always have to think 10 steps ahead. Don't think about what's going on right there in the moment. Think about how that's going to affect you, or the decisions you make in the moment will affect you later on. So you always got to be 10 steps ahead and play chess, not checkers. That's our little slogan. So that's how we came up with it.
So I
Oh,
know
that's
you may
right.
not reveal to us who
Amazing.
this guest is, but can you give us a little hint on who
Yeah,
it
come on,
could be? Like a
Sean. A little bit
small
of a hint.
little hint of any kind?
Um, she's a singer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
this is
Okay.
one. Skeeto's in the entertainment industry, so he works a lot of behind the scenes, so he knows a lot of people too. So I'm excited to meet with her. I've never met her. I've met her, but I don't know
That
her.
is awesome.
So I'm excited to
Okay.
sit down and hear her
Singer.
story.
Well, everyone in the comment section, you can
Okay.
guess. And also,
Cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Also, tap the link below to 10 Steps Ahead
Yes.
podcast. We're going to have the link below, people to click in, pull it up easy, and
Mm-hmm.
have it there. DeShawn,
Thank
we had a lot of fun with you. We really did.
Oh, it was so much
Yes, it was
fun.
so great. Thank you
Before we
so
let her go, can I
much.
say one thing?
Sure.
Yes.
Say one last thing to you and just give you your flowers because so many people that come on reality TV, they transform. They turn into actresses. They feel like they have
Mm.
to be a certain way. And one thing about you from the beginning to the end is you stay true to yourself. And I think that's so admirable and respectable because again, I all these new reality stars that come on, we see right through it as viewers who have been watching for
Exactly.
20 years reality TV. We know when you're faking the funk. So thank you for being you, and thank you for being here with us. So I just wanted to say that.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yes,
It means the world to me.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sean. We're going to
Yeah.
continue to follow you, continue to follow your podcast. We're going to be able to learn
Thank
even
you.
more about you through the podcast, which is going to
We're
be
going to be
so
10 steps
incredible.
ahead with you, Disha.
Amen.
Yes, we'll be listening for
Yes.
sure.
I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Well, we'll
No.
see you again